Mitsubishi Shogun, Off-Road Tow Car of the Year for 1991.
Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
It ain't half a bar.
With a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty, you can keep on running.
Oh, 4 years ago, people forget, even though they routed Denver, the Giants went into the locker room that day trailing Denver 10-9 and came back to win it 39-20. So the Bills lead by 2 at the half. Ben, we'll send you over to Brent Musburger.
And Allie,
well, instead of Brent Musburger, you get Mick Luckhurst. What a great first half. I hope all of you at home are sensing the excitement in this stadium. It's unbelievable. It's electric. First, before we throw it anywhere else, guys, your initial thoughts on this first half. Danny first with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, I think Buffalo, really, they missed some opportunities. They've been moving the ball real well offensively. Defensively, they've been playing very good. But the thing is, the Giants just kept hanging in there, and something good happened to them. Now, they're only winning by 2 points, and they have their work cut out for them.
And the unusual thing was we saw Andre Reed drop a couple of passes. He's all pro. He doesn't normally do that. Kenny, how about the New York Giants?
Well, as Dan said, I think it's a matter of hanging in there. You know, they keep doing what they're going to do. They're going to stay with that running game and a little play pass and throw the ball here and there and just staying with it. And the defense finally got to stop the Bills for a while, and then they got their offense. Big play out of Otis Anderson to get them down there. A couple big runs out of Meggett. Staying with what they want to do, staying with it. Too early to abandon your game plan.
Well, we'll be talking more about what happened in the first half, but now we are going to go and find what is literally our roaming reporter. Gary?
Now, you may not recognize any of the players around me, but this is a big day for them. If it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the players out on the field, then the same goes for all the children back here. 2,000 of them from around the Tampa Bay area, and they are the stars of the halftime show here. 13 minutes long, staged by Disney, so it should be spectacular. The only problem, as far as their mums and dads are concerned, is that the one place this won't be seen, because of the war coverage, is in America. So this is an exclusive for the other 750 million viewers around the world.
Thanks, Gary. I know that Gary is down there and feeling great. That's the first time he's walked in there with a bunch of football players and been taller than everyone else. We're going to be back in a little bit with after this commercial. We're going to have our halftime entertainment, so don't go away.
When you're working up a hunger, there's only one real McCoy. Extra thick for the biggest, crunchiest home-style chips with a whole lot more potato taste. The real McCoy, the big chip from the big country.
Last year, NatWest helped over 150,000 people launch small businesses. That's more than any other bank. Let NatWest help put your idea into action. Call in at any high street branch and see a small business advisor, or call free on 0800 777 888. NatWest, the Action Bank.
Will your next car have a fully zinc galvanized body with 10-year anti-corrosion warranty? Call Audi on
800-585-685 to make sure.
Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your taste. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Thinking about your taste.
High yield, low trust funds, timeshare eternity bonds, index linked to a gold age gilt complex. Yep, finance is a complicated animal, Mostyn.
Really? It's nothing like that at the Alliance and Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
No, they make investing simple.
Do they? Do they?
Yes. They pay a good rate of interest in all their accounts.
Uh-huh.
Your money's safe.
Really?
And with their Cash Plus account, you can pay your bills over the phone.
Do they really? What? You mean... Mostyn, what kind of a person do you think falls for a cheap gimmick like that?
Probably the sort of person who hasn't just glued all his fingers together.
You get a smarter investor at the Alliance and Leicester.
Welcome back, everybody, in beautiful Tampa Bay. We've got a great game going, 12-10 to the Buffalo Bills. Guys, this game has had its ups and downs, emotional turns, and teams going, whoa, we've got it, and Buffalo taking that lead later in the first half. But first it started off really with the James Lofton pass, a 61 pass from Jim Kelly to James Lofton. It was tipped. Danny, what did you think of that at that time in the game? It was 3-0 to the Giants.
Well, I think like Kenny said earlier is the fact they were trying to stretch the defense. They had some problems on their first possession. I guess Kelly said, let's just try to go deep on them, get them to soften up a little bit so we can throw the ball underneath. And as you see right here, basically they just drops back, tries to look off the safety, just unloads it, and Lofton just goes deep. And really the DB made a pretty decent play by getting his hand on it, or else it'd been a clean touchdown.
Yeah, and like we say, it's to stretch the defense. They're playing all those crossing things underneath that Buffalo does so well. A good idea, throw the ball down the field, whether it's complete or not.
Points down at that stage. And the commentators were saying Hostetler wasn't throwing it as well as he should. Wasn't doing this, wasn't doing that. Both of you were saying, wait a minute, that's a quarterback. He's doing a good job. He's building confidence. And he really was, wasn't he?
Well, just hanging in there, not abandoning what they were doing. You know, they got the big run out of Anderson. They got a couple of good runs out of Meggett, a couple little short passes. Methodically worked the ball down in there, expecting the man-to-man coverage down inside 10, 15-yard line, get the man-to-man coverage, and he makes the play for the touchdown.
You know, the thing that I was surprised about was 3rd and 10, okay, in the Buffalo Bills blitz, actually, on this play right here, where usually they would play zone and just try to keep from getting the first down. They take a chance and blitz and get burned for a touchdown. That was an excellent play.
So right now, the Giants needed that, didn't they, at the half? They were going in, now they're down by 2. And if I don't know behind you, if you can, behind me, if you can hear what's going on, Walt Disney is putting on a halftime show, and we're now going to go down to the field and see exactly what's going on. And there's some of Gary's mates.
Tonight, the real heroes are in the Middle East protecting peace for all of us kids. You were the one I looked up to. That's my way. I always learn from watching you. And when you had faith in all the glory, you still had the time to be my friend. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know. I would be nothing without you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are some very special guests at tonight's game. Representing every one of our 50 states and all branches of our armed forces are children of some of the brave Americans who have been deployed through Operation Desert Storm in the Persian Gulf. Please welcome them as we honor their mothers and fathers who proudly serve our country. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good evening from the White House to everyone in the Sunshine State and around the world enjoying this wonderful game.
What a pleasure it is to say hello to all the young people on the field tonight. Looking at you, it's easy to see why America can count on a bright and hopeful future.
Well, that's right. And you make us all very proud. But today we should recognize the men and women in our armed forces. Far away from home, they protect freedom in the Persian Gulf and around the world. And just as we salute these brave Americans, let's remember their families on the field with you today in Tampa. To the children of these men and women, let me say that as this and every day draws to a close, it's your mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, who are the true champions, the true heroes in our country. Not only do they have the heartfelt thanks and gratitude of this president, but of all Americans as well.
On behalf of the whole Bush family, thank you for allowing us to be with you tonight.
And God bless you all, and God bless all freedom-loving people around the world.
And now, our grand finale. From all of us at Walt Disney World to everyone watching today, a wish for peace throughout this, our small, small world.
Hi, everybody! It's great to be here at the Super Bowl!
Forces children, Coca-Cola proudly presents the new Kids on the Block.
Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step, ooh baby, really want you in my world. Hey girl, your eyes, see a picture of me all the time. Hey girl, your smile, got to know that you drive me wild. Step by step, ooh baby, you're always on my mind. Step by step, ooh girl, really think it's just a matter of time. Step one, we can have lots of fun. Step two, there's so much we can do. Step three, it's just you and me. Step four, I can give you more. Step five, don't you know that the time has arrived? This one's for the children. The children of the world. This one's for the children. We gotta keep them in history. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There is just one moon and one golden sun, and a smile means friendship to everyone. Though the mountains divide and the oceans are wide, it's a small world after all. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of small world after all. There's so much that to share. There is love in the world. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small. And thanks to our armed forces everywhere.
Oh, what a great halftime show that was. A lot of effort went into that, and along with everyone else from Cheerleader Productions, I know our thoughts and prayers are with all the Allied troops out there in the Middle East and their children that are still at home. We'll be back after this commercial.
Our lady here needs a £1 coin for her parking meter, but she's only going to give 90 pence in return. We'll be back in a minute to see what happens.
Awfully clever, those Greek philosophers. Well, they spoke Greek, didn't they? Like natives. There was that Archimedes bloke who jumped in the bath and shouted Eureka. Water too hot, I expect. No, you see, he discovered you could tell how light this whisper was just by dropping it in the bath. It would melt, wouldn't it? No, it's theoretical. You see, he lived in 247 BC. BC? Before Cadbury's. Oh, what a shame. He was very philosophical about it.
Whisper. Enlightenment from Cadbury.
90p.
I give you £1.
Yes, I'm giving you 90 pence.
Why?
Because it's only 10 pence.
Sorry, I don't believe it. I give you £1 and you give me 90 pence change.
Well, it's only 10 pence.
So what? I don't give 10 pences away to everybody.
Isn't it strange that we'll argue the toss over 10 pence, yet we may waste far more by not having the right bank account? Now all Midland current accounts can sweep surplus cash straight into a high-interest savings account.
Leave this. Just give me the 10 pence you've got there.
Telford. A better place to live and work. The success story continues.
Go on, light a real fire.
British Telecom now introduce the world's most advanced range of digital phone systems, Meridian. An integrated range designed to meet the needs of businesses worldwide, whether large or small. The Meridian family. Now available in the UK. Only from British Telecom.
Welcome back, everybody. The halftime score, 12-10 to the Buffalo Bills over the New York Giants. Kenny, something that we've noticed over the last few games, and, well, really all season, the New York Giants, they have this unbelievable ability of stopping offenses scoring on them. We saw them against the San Francisco 49ers last week, holding them down. Now the Buffalo Bills, they're holding them to 12 points. Last week we saw them thrash the Oakland Raiders, I should say LA Raiders. You remind me of the Oakland Raiders. What is it that makes them so good?
I think it's a couple of things, Mick. I think, for one, I think their defense is very, very talented. Strong up front, great set of linebackers, play very well, put a lot of pressure on opposing quarterbacks, create long yardage situations, and then bring that big pass rush. And the other thing is they play ball control offense. And ball control offense, you dictate and dominate time of possession in your favor. Other team doesn't get as many shots at it. So I think it's a combination of a very, very tough defense and a ball control offense.
Danny, now I want to come to you, and our British audience back home, they often hear about a quarterback. He comes out of the huddle, he steps up to the line, he looks around, and he reads the defense. And I know there's a lot of them saying, what on earth does he do when he's reading the defense? What does that mean, and what are you looking for?
Well, basically, like for today, for example, Jim Kelly, when he comes out of the huddle, where they don't line up on the ball, he sees where the defensive backs, the defensive linemen are positioned. He calls a play, he comes to the line of scrimmage and see if that play is going to work. And then after the snap, he takes the snap, then he'll look at the safeties, read the linebackers by what direction they're going. If they're playing zone coverage by dropping off, or if they're going to play man-to-man, one-on-one coverage. And he'll read that, then make his decision either where to throw the ball, or if it's a running play, where he's going to run it. If it's offset one way, or if defensive line's offset the other, if the running play will work. So he makes that decision after the snap of the ball.
All right, we've got a minute and a half or so to talk before the second half kickoff. Danny, I'm going to first come back to you. Second half, what do you expect to see the Buffalo Bills do? They're leading by 2 right now. Obviously, that's not a big cushion.
Well, yeah, and I tell you what, this has been a very solid football game all the way around. They're really playing into the Giants' hands. The game is, because it's more of a ball control game right now, and the Bills have been doing a good job of moving the football. They just haven't had them big plays to put them in the end zone. And really, like we were talking about, the Giants have been hanging in there, and the Bills just need to come up with some big plays offensively and get that momentum back that they kind of lost there near the end of the first half.
Kenny, I'll come to you with the same question about the Giants.
Well, I don't think we'll see very much different. I think what they've done against the Bills has been very successful on defense. I don't see them changing an awful lot of things. Offensively, they're not going to change either. They never do. It's going to be that very conservative, run the ball, try to get some good field position out of it, get down in there where you can anticipate a man-to-man coverage, and then throw the ball against man-to-man once you get down there. I see very little changes the second half.
Is there any one player that you would point out as we go into the second half? Is it going to be O.J.? Do you think Meggett might have more of a say in the second half?
I don't think so. I think it's a combination of all of them. You know, Hostetler's quarterback's going to have to make plays on third down. The receivers are going to have to get open. They're going to have to run the ball when they need to run the ball. And I don't think one person jumps out at you. I think it's a team situation, offensively and defensively.
Last week, we were doing the program, and we pointed up Lawrence Taylor. And we said, well, Lawrence Taylor hasn't done a whole lot yet, and suddenly came out the very next play, smack, a sack. And then he takes the ball, the fumble from Craig, and he sets up the winning field goal. Is Lawrence Taylor going to be a factor in the second half?
Well, I think one thing you have to look at is, I was talking about how it's been a solid football game. There hasn't been any turnovers. I look for the team that turns the ball over in the second half is the team that might be coming up on the losing end. And Lawrence Taylor's the kind of guy that can create those big plays and cause turnovers for the Giants.
He really is a great player, isn't he? It's amazing how, it's uncanny how he does that.
Well, he's just a big play guy. You know, he's the kind of guy on defense similar to Bruce Smith that could come up with, like the safety that we saw in the first half, come up with that big play that might change the game one direction or the other.
Kenny, did you have a player like that you would turn to and say, right, pal, it's your turn. You've got to make something happen because I'm trying to do it on and it's not happening?
Well, our guys, you know, on defense when I was playing was a guy like Ted Hendricks. Ted Hendricks was not a very good cover guy, but he was very good at forcing fumbles. A guy that was always around the ball. When the ball was fumbled, the guy that happened to fall on it, the guy that tipped it up, somebody else intercepted the ball. Hendricks was very good at that when I was playing.
I've got to come back to you, Kenny. We've got a minute or so now to talk. The Hall of Fame. You were honored in that you were on the nominee for the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, you weren't voted into that. Were you disappointed?
Oh no, I think just being nominated is a great feeling to be nominated with the people that have made football what it is, you know. And I just like to take the time to congratulate the guys who did go in.
It was great. It was great to see Jan Stenerud. He's the first kicker, and obviously I'm pulling a little bit, but I know you're going to be in there. Congratulations on getting nominated. Now let's go back to the field. Again, it's 12-10 to the Buffalo Bills over the New York Giants. Enjoy the second half.
Pace that he's on. He has been a force in the first half, and it is not a warm tonight. It's dropping into the 60s, but a little humid, and he has been going 110%. He has been handled fairly effectively by Jumbo Elliott when they have been going one-on-one. It's when Bruce Smith has been moving from side to side. We saw the big hit that Leon Seals got on Hostetler when Smith tied up a couple guys, but this guy, Jumbo Elliott, is asserting himself as one of the great offensive linemen in the National Football League. Bill Parcells emphatically says he's the best I ever had, and I think we're going to see more and more of Buffalo moving Bruce Smith to the other side of the line to match up with Riesenberg rather than 9 minutes 29 seconds, and a coach will say, give me the longest drive in history and have it end in a touchdown, and I'll tell you, it's the best drive in Super Bowl history.
Well, I'm dabbling in the garden trade, and I make a tidy sum. But some of my deliveries have a very nasty hum. I'm not shifting this lot single-handed, so I collared Chaz and Alfie. Boys, might I be so bold? If you shift this muck onto this truck, I'll get you into liquid gold. That's 500 big ones, they said. Now, to start a liquid gold account, it took £500. But now it's only 25. The amount has come right down. Silly me, I forgot to tell the lads. Well, they weren't amused when they heard the news. I quickly won them round. You get a really top-class savings account for only £25. I always come up smelling the roses. Well, the boys were very grateful, and they thanked me with a smile. We're very pleased we're with the leads. We can really make a pile.
For more details of liquid gold, phone free on 0800 700 900.
I just can't believe that what you're saying is true. I'm just trying to find a way to make it clear and get through to you. I got to tell you how good it really is. Through sun and rain, some things never change. You know you can't top the taste of a twirl. Cadbury's chocolate. You can't top the taste of a twirl.
later on, you see that too.
Same thing with